for Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes again.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. they go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
13 yards there on a Washington first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards, those.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And here's another interception, the third of it. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with a football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Taking on the midfield logo. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Brady now on first down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Gibson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw once more on second and 10. Brady, the quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin with a run by Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Cousins. Buying time to his left. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. Washington. It's a punt return touchdown of 56 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Take it in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game in the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter, and they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. So they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Barkley will try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They're just going to run it here up the middle. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Okay, I wish I could say this from experience, but I have talked to people about this. When you've had a big return for a touchdown, the hardest thing to do the rest of the game is to make good decisions, because after you've gotten one, you expect to get another one. In this case, he needed to tamp back the enthusiasm a little bit.
On play action, now Brady. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. He is out of bounds right around the 34. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And CD, that last throw, you ready for this? Puts him over 90,000 passing yards now for his career, an almost unimaginable number.
You know, I actually sat down when you said that number, because it is almost unimaginable. Because, let me do the calculation here. That's more than 51 miles, Brandon. Okay? Are you kidding me? Very impressive.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Straight ahead, Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll throw with Brady. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's first and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound him into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing now is Brady. Completes it to Samuel. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. String that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A first down carry for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
They certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, Gibson. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. A handoff running left is Gibson. A little juke. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Not much room here as he only gets into about the 30. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. A handoff to Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd. Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time? Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kirk Cousins. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this.